welcome to Late to the Show. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today I'm gonna bring in the T.Flight Hotas 4. So it's a ThrustMaster joystick, pretty much for jet games, and this one's for PS4 and PC. It was one of the cheapest ones in the market, to be honest. Good reviews overall. So we're gonna put it to a test with Microsoft Flight Simulator today. Want to see how well it works. I've been anticipating to get one of these because ever since the game came out, a lot of these joysticks have been sold out in the market, and not only that, they have double and triple on the cost of these machines. So today I was able to get one. There was only one left, and that was in one of the GameStops. I had to drive, and believe me, driving over there wasn't fun because it was in the place that nobody ever even goes out there. So yeah, it was an experience. Now we're gonna take a look at it from the inside out and see what you get and what's available and what you could do with this. Now remember, this is a dual system, so PlayStation 4 is going out. It's okay, keep it. PC gaming's coming in, so PC games, this is it. Now with the popularity of Microsoft Flight Control, like I said, these things are hotcakes right now, and if you find one at your price, good luck. So this was, like I said, $80, but they go up to $300 or $400 on some of these things. All right, and those are the top notch. But you know, you could get the same experience on these. It's just, you just got to make sure, you know, you do your research before you do that. So let's go ahead and take a look and open up and see what you get when you buy some like this. More blah 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 blah. How to use this? If you don't know how, good luck. That's pretty much it. Out slowly because there's two pieces to it. First of all, get rid of the foam. All right, so here's the flight stick, guys. If you guys see it, there's a couple of cables connected to each other. Now these are wired in together, and there is no disconnection on it. It just tangles up in case you need extra cable. So for PC, you want to extend one on one end and one on the other end. That's perfect, you know. Now for PlayStation, if you don't have too much space, or your PC, you could marry these two together, and very simple to marry them. So there's actually a little latch here, a little clip in there, and pretty much, and then you could screw it in too. There's some screws there, and they do give you in the bottom, if you notice, the Allen wrench, right? So you're not gonna need everything you're gonna need is in here. Now there is a couple of things in here for this is joystick resistance. So this is pretty much for the resistance. If it's too light for you, you could harden this up by hitting the plus sign or negative sign, depends on your personal like. So basically all you got to do is just clip this in here. But before that, make sure that the cable is out of the way, and I'll show you some more features on it. So in a bit, there we go. So once you flush the cable, the screw, you're pretty much set up. So you could be playing close combat on your jet games here. And of course, if you don't have the rudder pedals, it's okay. You could use the left and right to actually use that as a rudder. You could reprogram the buttons on the PC and do that. But if you notice on the PlayStation, they have pre-label. If you see the square, X, circle, and triangle. So it's much easier. Now PS, to turn on the PS, share options, you got all these things up ahead. Now, like the resistance, if you don't like it, you could tighten it up some more. And the rudders, if you're not used to this, then you could eliminate that too. So speeds, other buttons that you have in here, other control buttons, if you guys see it, there's more. And there's a R2, R, and the left. There's actually R2 and a L2 here, and then you got these two buttons, extra buttons. Now there's nothing else you can attach to the side of it, but I'm going to show you something really neat on this one. So the thrust right here, pretty much the thrust is right here if you're going to use it for games, airplane mode and piloting mode. It's pretty good. People love these kind of joysticks. They last not just for after the console, but they last even for the PCs itself. So you got options here. Now on top of this, there's another option they give you in here that a lot of people don't know about it, but if you're not used to the rudders, like the foot pedals that you actually have, you could buy those separately. Now, they're a little pricey, right? And the only one that will work is from the ThrustMaster company themselves, so you have to purchase their pedals. And their pedals are a little expensive, so they're actually probably more than this system here. But I'm going to show you guys how it works, right? So once you break this apart again, and you tighten up the you unloosen the screws, there is it looks like a pretty much like a telephone jack, but it's a Cat 5 connection in here, and that actually connects to the actual rudders, the pedals. All right, so you could connect this and have all three connect into one system. All right, so on the PC version is very simple. There's only a USB that you have to worry about. PlayStation, same thing. This is a PlayStation qualification certified, so it's same thing. It's a USB 2.0. You plug this in, it works for PC. On the PC, you might need to download some drivers to manipulate and change the keys, but that shouldn't be a problem. These buttons are all great options. I mean, like I said, and then you could expand this to they give you a lot of length, like maybe up to 3 feet apart on the system. They give you 3 feet apart. Plus, like I said, they give you the Allen wrench, and we're gonna put it to a test. We're gonna test this sucker out, and we're gonna play some games and see how well it works. But first of all, mess around with it. So far, I'm very pleased how it is. It's not too heavy. It's light. People have made some boards and some seats for these things, and they've been working really well. But like I said, if you're gonna look in the market for something like that, maybe you want to start somewhere cheap with good reviews, because they go up. They're really expensive. We're talking more than a console expensive. Some of these things are up to $500 on the market. And at the moment when Microsoft released this game, oh, it just blew up. And as soon as they released the game, these things were sold out, and they were even back order in some of these places. But if you can find them anywhere right now, but it's not the price that you're gonna pay for. You're gonna actually pay a premium on it right now. So this one, if you could find this on GameStop, buy it. Best Buy, buy it. It's a great thing, especially if you have a PlayStation and a PC. It's great for those two things. They do have another one, an Xbox, that also works for a PC. So that's what I like it. Even if the PlayStation 5 comes out and it's not compatible, it's okay. I have it for a PC, so it's we're gonna try a couple of games on it and see how it works. All right, so this is the side angle of it. Let me see, put it here. This is a side angle. Let's do one controller at a time. Let's unplug this one so you can see a little bit more. Bring the camera out. So the controller itself, if you can see it, design is pretty simple, blue and black. That's pretty much it is. You see a bunch of screws down here on the bottom, rubber end at the bottom here. The control it's not stiff enough. I mean, you could tighten it up in the bottom. Buttons to different games. L1, L3. L3 is right here. L1's right here. Shooting they give you extra buttons on the actual top of it. If you see it, there's an extra button here. R1 right here, right below it. Like I said, this one has multiple buttons, and they can all be changed in the system, in the games itself. So anything you need, it's all included. And like I said, Allen wrench, that's a plus they give you, you know. And the screws and everything you need to tighten it up, it's just a plus for spacing. This is a great accessory for gaming. Great accessories. And now we're going to take a look at the other one. The other one itself, like I said, it has the clips. You could clip it up. It has extra cable so you can extend it across from a desk. If you have a longer desk and you want to put the keyboard in the center, or the console. This is a little loose right here, but part of the game. There is no feedback on these, so just to let you know, if they're basic. If you want feedback, you're going to have to pay the premium. These are basic for any other games that are out there, and there's quite a few games. Now they do have a lot of VR games for airplanes, and this is like a perfect thing to actually feel the environment more realistic. So I'm gonna take a look at it and do some gaming on this. So let's go ahead and start the gaming. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do the test controls flight simulation. So we're using Microsoft, and we're gonna go ahead and do a testing on the controllers. And we're ready to fly, so we go ahead and hit fly. Tower control, we're ready to take off. So we just hit the full throttle, unbrake it, and that's the thing, you have to change your controls because you got to figure that out, right? Because then we start pulling slowly back on the keys. On the keys, actually, on the joystick. Oh. Went too fast. I need to get altitude. This plane is super fast, but it's acrobatic. They use it for customize it for a bunch of stuff too. So get some altitude going, because last time I tried this, so when you pull back down, the stick goes down, and we pull back up. Oops. Okay. Doesn't like that. Let's go higher. I'm pulling back slowly. So we're at full throttle right now. We got about 49% fuel. Beautiful skies. We're gonna do a spin move. You guys can see that. It's pretty cool, huh? So I'm gonna spin to, and then what you do is you can move these controllers to the left, to the right, the top one, so you guys can see. And then you could trigger to see the back of you. And then if you want your if say you don't have the pedals, you can move left, right. It's like using the pedals. All right. Just got to get that wind going. Get a little bit higher. So left, the right, you know. It's just that twist. It's that twist you have, all right? So there's a bunch of buttons. I don't know what they are for. I haven't programmed any of these. There's an extra one right here in the front. Then we're gonna go crazy. Go higher. And spin it. And then go down slowly. Control. And then spin it. Look at that. And then, whoa, out of control. Yeah, control it, steady. D. Okay, there's the airport. Oh shoot, airport. Steady. Bring it down slowly. Let's see if we could get a successful landing. All the way down, slowly. Slowly. We're gonna start hitting the brakes. Handbrakes. That's it. We landed. Not the perfect landing, but we landed. So this controller, flight stick, top of the line, man. I like it. It's very simple to change things. I mean, I was playing before with an Xbox controller. Because see, this is my old flight simulator. I was crashing every 2 minutes, every 3 seconds. Very hard to handle it. But with this system, top notch. Like it so far. So if you guys like what you guys see, make sure you guys subscribe. I'm your host, Prophet74, and we are out.